Es geht weiter mit Final Fantasy 16. Wir machen heute die letzte Folge für diese Session. Haben jetzt gerade einen Ahriman besiegt und versuchen jetzt aller Big Boss die Asche unserer toten Brüder und Schwestern im Wasser zu verteilen. Wir machen keine Diamanten draus, die wir dann tragen. So. Tuck, tuck, tuck. So, Reißzähne, Reißzähne. Da ist die Asche.
So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
So, dann zu Martha zurückkehren. Ich bin jetzt ein bisschen zu faul.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
No one survived then?
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these black shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish. No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
Auftrag abgeschlossen. Krass, wir haben schon 33.000. Okay. Ich mag die Nebencharaktere. Die haben sie gut ausgearbeitet mittlerweile. So. Oh, Schnellreise. Ach so, haha. Was sagt? Warum ist da... Warte, da muss ich jetzt mal hingehen.
Try not to move.
Oi! You there! You handy with that sword of yours? Course you are. Bet you're a bloody marvel with the thing. Now, question is, are you willing to use it or not? Because a flock of noble chocobos are in need of help.
Chocobos?
You heard me right. Wild birds? Hmm? The big ones? And not just any chocobos at that. Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds you ever did see. They protect travelers round these parts from bandits and the like.
Chocobos? Fighting bandits?
It's true. Why, they saved me from a gang of footpads only yesterday. Nasty lot they were too. And now they're back.
Oh, das können wir nicht. Wilderer und Leute, die Tiere bedrohen.
Go on then. Don't just stand there. Go and help them.
All right.
There's a good lad.
Where can I find these chocobos?
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the poor things towards the old dock. It's a dead end, that is. You save Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? There ain't a pluckier bird in all the world. She's a hero to us locals. And don't worry, you'll know her when you see her right enough.
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you. And give those no-good bastards a hiding from me.
Auftrag angenommen. Warum sieht der Auftrag so anders aus? So. Den Chocobos helfen wir jetzt noch, das ist wichtig.
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo. A white feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds. Looks like they went that way.
Wäre ja lustig, wenn das Ambrosia wäre. Wer es nicht mehr weiß, das ist der Chocobo aus Kindestagen von ihm, als er klein war. Guck mal, da war ich noch gar nicht. Okay, so. Schnell, schnell! Chocobo retten.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they won't.
Oh. And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
All right then. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Over here!
Der hat mich getroffen, das Schwein. der hat uns beide umgenietet. Dem vermöbeln wir richtig. Also wer Tieren... Klar, ich tue Tieren ja auch weh, aber Monster, die mich halt attackieren. Haben wir ihn doch. Banditen bezwungen. So.
You're safe now. White heart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be.
Ambrosia.
Ambrosia. It is you. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would.
Das ist schön.
And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are.
Jetzt haben wir ein Reittier. Ich hätte es aber auch cool gefunden, wenn die Kleine weiterhin frei unterwegs ist.
Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
Ah, few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry, we'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? No. No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
Auftrag abgeschlossen. Wir haben Ambrosia zurück. Ambrosias Sattelzug. Ein Sattel und Zaumzeug, beides Maßanfertigung für den Chocobo aus Clives Jugendzeit Ambrosia. Ambrosia. In Clives Zimmer betrachtet werden. Chocobo freigeschaltet. Nach 18 langen Jahren sind Clive und sein Reitvogel endlich wieder vereint. Halte R3, während du dich im Freien befindest, um Ambrosia herbeizurufen, und X, um aufzusteigen. Ah. Warte mal. Wollen wir hier irgendwo hinreiten? Eigentlich brauchen wir es gerade nicht. Aber ich finde es cool. Dann gehen wir mal zurück. Nebenquest abgeben und Hauptquest auslösen.
Where's Gav?
Da unten ist die Nebenquest.
Finish with that log, so
Well, did you find me some wax?
Find is one way of putting it.
Ugh! Reeks like a chocobo's arse. I don't suppose the Argo will mind as long as he stays above the waves.
Argo. So your boat has a name. I didn't know.
Yeah. Same as me old man.
Argo
He was a
weiß man.
ferryman himself back before the blight came. The boat's all I have left of him. And thanks to you, he'll sail another day.
Auftrag abgeschlossen. Nicht mehr ganz dicht. Ja, dann haben wir die Nebenquest auch abgegeben. Gehen wir zur Hauptquest. Lauf, 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 lauf.
I hear there's trouble.
Ah, Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel.
Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
While the two nations beat their shields, the rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the mother crystals. Four mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rossfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rossfield. And you're a Rossfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
Ottos Theke ist freigeschaltet. Folgende Einrichtungen sind jetzt im Versteck verfügbar. Die Kunden aus Landen zum stillen Stifter, das Jagdbrett.
What are we waiting for indeed?
Also wäre... Warte. Tuk. Okay, ich könnte jetzt gerade nirgendwo anders hin. Das hier ist, glaube ich, Dragon's Breath. Das dürfte dann ja Dragon's Tail sein, oder? Oder ist der Tail? Nee, kann's nicht. Tail haben wir ja kaputt. Ich kann es gerade nicht deuten. Genau, dann gehen wir jetzt hier noch ein bisschen herum.
On autumn's breath, ill tidings born, an erstwhile home in twain are torn. Now in his path fell shades abide, pray let them not impede his throne.
Okay. Ich wollte wissen, was er singt.
Your uncle always seemed a kindly soul, if a little eccentric.
That broom's as ragged as...
Da, Nektar. Clive, da bist du ja, Chocobo. Ich wollte dich schon suchen gehen. Darum geht es.
The hunt board. It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know?
Nein, das wusste ich doch alles schon, Chocobo. Und deshalb brauche ich deine Hilfe, Chocobo. Wie du weißt, bin ich der mächtige Mogwai, weit und breit. Keine Bedrohung in Wald und Flur. Aber nicht alle sind so tapfer und deshalb konnte ich bitte diese gestrigen Kreaturen aus dem Weg zu räumen.
Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. What with the blight and the war. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the curse breakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
Dann, Chocobo, du hast keine Ahnung, wie froh ich mit Bomben anfassen zu wollen. Und keine Sorge, ich bleibe hier am Brett und behalte genau im Auge, was neue Informationen. Okay. So, genau. Berichte über schreckliche Bestien, die die Gegend unsicher machen, werden am Jagdbrett ausgehängt. In der Hoffnung, dass sich Vorschlüsse Helden wie Clive der Sache annehmen und dieses... Okay. Ahriman haben wir ja bereits erledigt. Belohnung. Da, okay. Was haben wir denn hier noch? Ein Händler auf Durchreise aus Caer Norwand schließt auf deine Gruppe Fluchbrecher, die im entgegengesetzte Richtung unterwegs waren. Mit Furcht in den Augen warnte er sie eindringlich vor einer fürchterlichen geflügelten Harpie in der Nähe, obwohl die Fluchbrecher daraufhin nichts Ungewöhnliches auf ihrem Weg entdecken, sorgte ein unheimliches Kichern aus den Bäumen trotzdem dafür, dass sie keine unnötige Pause einlegten. So, und was haben wir hier? Fratzenteufel. Neueste Berichte erwähnte einen wilden Avis von beträchtlicher Größe, der sein Nest auf dem Hügel in der Nähe von Eastboll gebaut hat. Es wird zwar das Möglichste getan, um die Bestie nicht zu verärgern, doch früher oder später wird sie ihren Hunger stillen müssen. Mutige Freiwillige sind hiermit aufgefordert, sich zur nördlichen Grenze zu begeben, auf das wir die Gefahr bannen, bevor sich die Dorfbewohner vergreifen. Bevor es sich an den Dorfbewohnern vergreift. Okay, was sagst du noch? Über die Abenteuer von Nektar dem Vorschlossen. Ich habe eine tolle Geschichte für Clive. Habe ich dir schon mal erzählt, wie auf dem... Okay. Darf ich? Natürlich nicht. Ich war nämlich noch nie dort, Chocobo. Oder glaubst du im Ernst, dass mich in Flüge so eine weitere Strecke über das offene Meer tragen können? Man nennt mich Nektar den Furchtlosen, nicht Nektar den Lebensmüden. Chocobo. Okay. Was du hier siehst, die Jagd wird in Gefahr, weil ich sehe. Die Fluchtbrecher notieren alles. Okay, ja, okay. Ja, das weiß ich ja jetzt alles. Ich will das nur kurz abgeklappert haben. Okay.
Oh, Clive. Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
The Patron's Whisper? Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friend's donations?
Oh, no. That's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any?
Klar.
Come to claim your just desserts?
Für das Abschließen von Nebenaufträgen erlangt Clive Ruhm. Was anonymen Gönnern, jetzt wissen wir, was das ist, aus aller Welt dazu inspiriert, ihm Geld oder Gegenstände zur Unterstützung seiner Sachen zukommen zu lassen. Sprich mit Desiree beim stillen Stifter. In der Messe, das Versteck. Ah, okay. Was haben wir hier? Respekt. Muss ich das dafür kaufen? Blutige Haut. Fertigung 400. Oh.
You earned this.
Ja. Haben wir dafür gekauft. Das brauche ich jetzt nicht. Okay.
Come again. I may have more for you.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Quick look.
Okay, der hat nichts für mich. Was haben wir noch Neues? Ich habe noch einen Brief bekommen. Ich habe noch eine Trophäe und die Lage. Ja, die Lage gucke ich mir später an. Wir gehen noch die eine Nebenquest aktivieren und dann sind wir auch mit der Folge durch. Aber erstmal dahin.
Think it's all right to touch him?
Was ist da dazugekommen? Hier. Das ist der Reitsattel. Es tut mir leid, dass ich dir immer wieder diese alberne kleines Briefchen schreibe. Ich wünsche, wir hätten mehr Zeit, um persönlich miteinander zu sprechen. Ihr seid ja nicht ständig unterwegs. Manchmal habe ich das Gefühl, dass wir für jeden Tag, den wir zusammen verbringen, 2 weitere getrennt voneinander ertragen müssen. Ich war so froh, als ich von deinem unerwarteten Wiedersehen mit Ambrosia, oder doch Weißherz, gehört habe. Du hast mir einmal erzählt, wie sich in jede Nacht um Phönixtor geopfert hat, um dich zu beschützen. Und so viele Jahre später finden wir heraus, dass sie ihr ganzes Leben lang nicht aufgehört hat, andere zu verteidigen. Manche Dinge ändern sich eben nie. Clive. Das Spiel der Republik. Also, das hatten wir ja schon. Perfekt. So, gut. Dann hier raus. Gott, ist das ein weiter Weg zum Garten.
It's not the Won't be long now, Martel. See, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Oh, thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martel apples, they're called, in honor of her memory. You hear that, Martel? Today's finally the day.
Today's finally the day. Die Frage ist, können wir das noch kurz machen? Martellas Äpfel. Wo ist sie denn? Da oben. Ne, das wäre ein sehr großer Umweg.
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria.
That room's as ragged as...
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here. Courtesy of Martel.
Martel. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait.
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid.
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab them right from the branch, make Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martels, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
Dann noch zum Gärtner und wir haben es.
I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
Der wird auch ziemlich von A nach B geschickt. Laufen, ganz schön viel laufen.
The Cursebreakers sent their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martel.
They remembered her? After all these years? I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martel. Why did you have to die? She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martel lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
Und die Aufgabe ist abgeschlossen. Ein Korb voller Äpfel, etwas markiert, aber dennoch recht okay. Kann Clive im Zimmer betrachtet werden. Ah, das ist dann wieder eine der Trophäen. So, dann wandern wir jetzt ins Zimmer und dann haben wir für heute Feierabend mit der Folge. Haben wir ja doch viel erlebt, viel in die Welt reingekommen. Ambrosia wieder gefunden, alles 5 Jahre später. Ich werde mich mal damit auseinandersetzen, wie die Geschichte, also was diese Geschichtselemente sind, um so ein bisschen die Welt kennenzulernen.
Chocobo, Chocobo, why can't you fly? What good are your wings if you can't reach the sky? Flap harder, says bluebird, flap harder, says crow. Flap harder or into the oven you go.
Okay. Kinder halt. Da sind die Trophäen. Genau. So. Dann würde ich sagen, das war es erstmal jetzt für die Session mit Final Fantasy 16. Ich mache mir Gedanken, ob wir das noch weitermachen im Stream. Da muss ich mir sogar relativ frühzeitig Gedanken machen. Oder DMS sagt mir, ob er Bock hat, weiter zuzugucken. Dann würde ich es natürlich auch machen. Aber erstmal, bis dann, auf Wiedersehen und ciao.